Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas. Welcome to Innovation Voice of Community on ITV Gold this Sunday as we meet. Yesterday was a big day. We observed, celebrated Christmas, and we also had the opportunity of receiving a lot of gifts from Santa. How White House decorations were visible this Christmas. We'll take a look at that. And First Lady explains to us about the significance and meaning behind different White House decorations. We will have that video thanks to White House. And then there is a SACO 10th Annual Interfaith Holiday Celebration report of ITV Gold. We also take you to a report which brings food drive that was organized by Balaji Temple Bridgewater, face-to-face conversation with Warli Cook of Judges, and Shahid Kapoor video about how he experienced filming for this new film music video. We will also remember with our sincere condolence Dr. Dinesh C. Mehta at the end of our Vision of Asia program today. All this coming up right after these short messages. Stay with us. A spirit of Christmas is in air. Holiday season is bringing a lot of joy, optimism, a sense of togetherness, and yet there is a cautious approach that is adopted due to the fresh challenge posed by COVID-19 new variant. So stay safe on that front. But coming back to the celebrations of Christmas and Christmas decorations, what better place than to see how this decoration was seen at White House this year. Thanks to White House, we now also have First Lady telling us all about the significance of decorations on in different parts of White House and the meaning as she explains, and the visuals that comes to us thanks to White House again are something to watch. Take a look.
In each room, we tell a story of gifts from the heart. In the East Wing, we see the gift of service with shooting stars representing the frontline workers who brought light to our lives in the darkest days. In the China Room, we're reminded of how a simple table can become something that's sacred and special when we come together to break bread in love and friendship. In the Vermeer Room, we honor the visual arts with paintbrushes and swatches and a kaleidoscope of color, reflecting the breadth of beauty that American artists have given the world. In the Green Room, the gift of nature brings us respite and restoration. In the Blue Room, the peace doves adorn a Fraser fir, each carrying the name of our United States and territories. And in the Red Room, we see the gift of the performing arts, the freedom and joy we find in something as simple as driving with the windows down. Well, I used to know that. And the music turned up. And in the library, we see the gift of learning with butterflies of text, reminding us that with education, we could all transform into something beautiful and just soar to new heights. In the East Landing, the Gold Star tree honors the women and men who have laid down their lives for our country and their families who carry on their legacies every day. In the state dining room, Christmas trees have become photo albums documenting the families of this home and reminding us of the love that binds all of our families. In the grand foyer, floating candles remind us that the light of faith and community shines for us all. Here in the East Room, we see the gift of gratitude, the small acts of grace that are as joyful to give as they are to receive. So happy holidays and Merry Christmas from our family to all of yours. We love you. Thank you.
Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, and it is an important show with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. This week, as we are in the process of welcoming New Year, and there are some challenges which are walking with us, we'll talk about that, as well as promises that New Year is going to bring. Welcome, Dr. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Let us talk about the positive first, Dr. When holiday season, a lot of hope in the air. How do you feel overall? We have crossed a lot of big challenges facing COVID.
Well, I think this holiday season is much better than last holiday season because we came through the pandemic quite well. And of course, still we have some challenges in front of us. But I think more or less pandemic is at its tail end of the pandemic. And that's a good news. And so everyone should enjoy the holidays with their friends, family and loved ones. And wish you all the best and happy holidays to each and everyone. Merry Christmas as well as Happy New Year. Thank you.
And while the world is a better place with a lot of people having vaccinated, yet the new variant Omicron is also causing a lot of concerns. In the last 1 week, USA is finding that it is the dominant variant for infection of over 73% new COVID cases. Talk to me about the genesis in terms of why, what as a common man thinks about this variant.
Well, I think this is a kind of unfortunate thing that when everyone, 100% people are not vaccinated or majority people are not vaccinated, this is what happens in any virus pandemic. That it infects some unvaccinated person and it mutates each time they infect. So this Omicron is a very kind of virus which has lot of mutation. Normal virus mutates up to 20-30 times. This one mutated for 50 plus times. So it means that in simple word, this virus is very infective. So any one person gets infected, he can infect right away another 4 to 6 people. And so its multiplication is very high. So say for example, in England 2 weeks ago, it just started about this whole virus, this new virus and variant and everything, and now they have almost 1 million people who are infected with this new virus. That shows in 2 weeks' time how multiplication happens, and that can happen here in USA too. And because in USA also only 61% are fully vaccinated, only 30% had booster, and so there are almost another 30-40% are not vaccinated, and those will be a victim of this new virus. And therefore, we suggest that they must get vaccinated. If they have vaccinated, then get booster, and if they not have booster, if they have booster, be careful, and follow all the precautions of CDC and pandemic to avoid the infection.
Doctor, staying with you on the reason why more variants and when it is going to stop, as we common people start thinking, when we felt now we are keeping COVID behind and there is a place to have a sigh of relief. Again, another variant. So is it going to end?
Yes, it will end provided at least minimum 70 to 80% people get vaccinated. Then it will end, definitely. But looks like it's very uphill task to vaccinate 80% of the world populations. And whatever reason, people are not getting vaccinated. And number two, this virus has a lot of animal host, and therefore it keeps coming back in various different form. But eventually, I think if you will see that last virus, Delta virus, took at least 2 to 3 months to go away. This virus, though it's very infective, but it's a fast-moving virus. Luckily, what we know till today that the illness is very mild, just like cold-like symptoms, and there is less hospitalization and less death. So, unless more people are getting infected, then there will be more hospitalization and more death. And therefore, what authority or government is saying that please control this virus now, while it's not that much in the community. Get vaccinated and protect yourself.
Yeah. And Doctor, while government is ensuring that the Christmas spirit is not dampened, yet there are new measures in place and cancellation of some of the big events. Talk to me about the approach adopted by Biden administration in terms of additional COVID tests, etc.
I think it's a great approach because Biden administration has made available almost 500 million, 500,000 rapid testing material everywhere. Even PCR test is also free by all the insurance company, all the laboratory, all the pharmacies. So everyone should go because it's a free thing. And even vaccination is free, booster is free. So there's no excuse not to get it done and not to check. So I would suggest that anyone who gets next 4 weeks any cold-like symptoms or scratchy throat or itchy throat or backache or lethargy or body ache or something, go and get yourself tested, and if it is positive, then be quarantined. Or if it is symptoms are more, then get antibody treatment. And now we know that I just heard this morning that FDA is approved this new tablet, antiviral tablet made by Pfizer and Merck, both. And both tablets are just like Tamiflu in the flu. It means if you take on day 1 or 2, then your illness will be much less, it will resolve faster, you will not get sicker, and you will not need hospitalization and ultimate bad results.
It's very, very encouraging to hear. And before we talk about some issues related to India, your personal ritual, if there is any, to welcome a new year, do you also follow the idea of making New Year resolutions? Or
we all make New Year resolution, but unfortunately only 10% can keep that resolution beyond January. So that's difficult. So we all make a resolution, and I think we should make a resolution, because always in the life, always look positive and look for the hope. And resolution is nothing but hope. And hope is always makes your life much more pleasant and much livable.
Absolutely. And politics and religion somehow seems to have overlap space everywhere, looks like, and especially in India. And recently in one of the address made by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, he distinguished Hindu with Hindutva, and that has caused a lot of opposition. Your take on the way he described Hindu by separating them from Hindutva actually he was labeling BJP being Hindutvavadi and Congress being Hindu, etc.
I think his interpretation or understanding or Hindutva is incorrect. Actually, what is Hindutva and Hinduism is the same thing.
Right.
But Hindutva or Hinduism is nothing but it's a philosophy where there is a sense of inclusion. In one word, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and that's called Hindutva. And Hindutva is always welcome everyone. Hindutva is always one who is very accommodative to every other faith and religion. So I think what Rahul Gandhi has described, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has described, is not correct narration of the Hindutva. So Hindutva is not ideology or ideologue, it's a new idea. It's a new idea of the world. And therefore I think Hindutva will survive, will sustain, and will make world more peaceful and more livable.
Absolutely. And as we conclude, newness is what we aspire for, and ever new is how we relate to our deities in different forms, and that sense of oneness. And as we welcome or move towards welcoming the new year, any dream that you may have for America for 2022?
I think again America should lead the world, because America economically and democratically very strong, mature country, and they should lead, and of course technologically and scientifically, everything, all aspect, America is number one. America was leader of the world, but I think lately it's kind of falling back or staying back. They should come forward and help other countries who are coming up, like India and other European countries, and help them to become and make the world Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Wonderful. So that spirit of seeing good and bringing positive energy everywhere continues with you, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. It's a privilege to be talking to you, and I am sure our viewers also enjoy this current of inspiring and well-informed thoughts. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. And dear friends, I would like to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year to all our listeners. And also, again, I would like to remind you that pandemic is still surging and is with us. So please get vaccinated, get booster, and wear mask whenever you are indoor, and try to avoid large crowd and large gathering, at least for next 6 weeks. Then I think we'll be better off. Thank you. See you next week. God bless India, God bless America, and God bless Indian American community. Goodbye. See you next week.
Interfaith is the new theme and mantra for a peaceful coexistence. It is important that we learn about different faiths, appreciate what is it that brings a sense of completeness in people who walk through their own faith in their respective way. And SACO observed 10th annual Interfaith Holiday celebration recently. ITV Gold camera was there. Here's the report.
South Asian Community Outreach organizers Sam Khan arranged a gala dinner like every other year at Royal Albert Palace in New Jersey. People from all walks of life attended the gala. Not only were hymns read, but bhajans and kirtan was also sung there. In this annual gala dinner, recently selected South Asian Mayor of Edison, Sam Joshi, Assemblywoman Sadaf Jafar, and Shama Haider were also present at the event.
This is the only land where you can pray your God, no matter what religion you belong to, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jews, Sikh. This is the country where it can give you an opportunity to peacefully dance. So God bless America. South Asian Community Outreach is formed in 2011. This is the only association organization in the East Coast which bring people of different faith, different communities, different culture on one platform and send the message of harmony and peace. And this harmony and the peace we need it right now. The COVID-19, you can say where Vatican's, where Mecca, where all the religious places are closed, but only thing can be stay is a mankind. And mankind can be nice to each other. We can work together as a one community. We can help each other. Everything. So thank you very much. Thank you, all of you.
What I'd like to do is just say two things. One, to Sam and to your entire team, thank you for all that you have done and continue to do, especially this past year. If there's anything I can speak to, especially about being united, not just as a South Asian community, but an entire community of Edison and the county, and that is to take a moment in time and reflect upon the fact that the leadership of this crew elected Sam Joshi to be the first South Asian mayor of Edison, the 5th largest community in the state. Sam, congratulations.
It is truly a humbling honor to be here right now at the 10th annual Interfaith Dinner. When we stop and think about what this really means, think about the moment that many of you came from a different country to the United States of America. When you chose to come here, we ended up becoming, at this point, one of the most diverse communities in the entire United States of America. That is something that we should be extremely proud of because it affords us the opportunity to learn about every culture, race, ethnicity, and religion. This is one of the few communities in the United States where we can accept our Muslim brothers and sisters, our Jewish brothers and sisters, Hindu, Christianity, so many different religions. We have the opportunity to learn from one another. We can do what so many different parts of the world cannot.
You know, this is a testament to our diversity, which is our strength, but it also, underscores our unity, which is our power. So, ladies and gentlemen, we understand that all of that, is at our fingertips, and we do that to improve the quality of life, of the South Asian community and the community at large. That is our mission, that is our quest, that is our purpose, and all of us, are, in lockstep with that mission.
Thank you, Sam. I'm honored and privileged to be here in this wonderful gathering. I'm not sworn in as yet. It's going to be in just January 11, but you can count on me hitting the ground running to do my very best for my district and for my community. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's really an honor to be here. All of the speakers have said so many wonderful positive words, and I just want to add to that we're moving in the right direction in New Jersey. We're getting more inclusive in terms of a representation at the local level, at the state level, at the county level, and that's what we want to see. So I just want to say to anyone out there who's even considered running for office, you can do it. You deserve a seat at the table, and I'm so thankful to all the leaders here who supported us and to all of you for getting out there, for voting, for engaging your communities, because that's what we need. Thank you.
Sam and I have been working together for about 30 years. I've been convinced him to run for office one time. But again, you've been a true friend. And again, to my friends in the South Asian community, they would mention one bill for some of the legislature. The second one I'll be voting on tomorrow to create a South Asian Heritage Commission in New Jersey. We'll have that coming through too. But to all my friends, and tonight, we are one. We're not South Asian, we're not American citizens, etc. We are one. We're not Catholic, we're not Jews, we're not Baptist. We're all one tonight. Great job, Sam. Congratulations.
Everyone, can we have one moment of silence? We had one of our founders of our SACO event, Atma Singh, a great member of our organization. If we can have one moment of silence as respect for everything.
I'm here for the Atma Singh that I feel is still his existence among us, and I miss him so much. We lost a great leader from our community. Atma Singh was the light of the community. He was present in every single event. He was there to help every single Indian or South Asian. So Atma Singh, I will miss you, brother, so much. Rest in peace. And thank you so much for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ITV, for the great coverage. I'm here at the SACO event, which is the great event. Sam Khan is the organizer. I congratulate Sam Khan to putting this event, putting all the elected officials who won this election in New Jersey. It never happened in the history of New Jersey that many South Asian got elected in this election. So it's a very happy day for us, and it's a beautiful event Sam Khan put. This is very important event for the South Asian community. This is Junaid Qazi, councilman from Marlborough Township. Thank you.
Thank you, ITV, for covering this event. This is a historic event for South Asian community, keeping the fact in the mind after COVID-19 that there's so much stress in the community. What we needed like a community to stand together, community to stand united, and work as a one community. And that's what happened here. Hundreds of people gather in Royal Albert Palace and show that they're only interested in peace and harmony, and they want to live side by side with each other. They want to help each other. So this is all. SACO is a 10 years old organization. The purpose of this organization to bring South Asian community into one platform. So thank you, ITV, for covering this event. Thank you very much.
Balaji Temple is known indeed for the ritual aspect, as well as it offers a space for devotees to intensely experience the divine presence. In addition to serving the devotional needs, Balaji Temple also organized food drive to serve the needy, and a lot of devotees participated with enthusiasm in this food drive. Here is a report.
We are here all together here to basically give the food for in the Somerset Food Bank. We have a director Steve Katz with us, and Rupendra ji is basically representing all the volunteers who are in the back. We have got a lot of volunteers actually supporting this, all the food contributions. We started the food contribution from November 12 to December 12, and today we actually collectively brought the food here after checking the expiration date as well as segregating all the food, so that at least it is much easier for Steve and his team to basically distribute the food for the needies here. This is the holiday season. It is a really pleasure to at least be able to provide some of the food contributed by all our devotees and volunteers. So God bless everybody who basically supported us to give the food to this community. And Balaji Temple has been known for community services. We basically do the community service in many different ways. We do the community service even the vaccine programs. During the COVID, we've donated more than 10,000 food items for different police stations, hospitals, and other places. And also, we have got all the community services that at least in the township, with the township we do, whether it is Diwali function or participating in a township different different activities. So Balaji Temple is very active on all the community areas, and this is obviously, as you know, this is the one of the biggest temple in North America, and also one of the most attended temple. I hope at least everybody can come to Balaji Temple, do the darshan, or at least visit it. It is in One Balaji Drive, Temple Drive in Bridgewater. Thank you very much. It is nice to have participated in this food donation programs. Thanks again. And thank you for ITV for coming and covering this event. It is very nice of you. At least, you guys have been always a part and parcel of all the community services, and especially Raja Bhai, you have been always coming to any of the community services that I know about it, and thank you for covering it. Thanks for all your ITDB management. Thank you.
Thank you, Niran. I want to say thank you to the entire temple, everybody that came out today. This is incredibly generous. We have a long-standing relationship with the temple and the American Indian community here in Somerset County, and we just hope that continues. So on behalf of myself, our staff here, and all of our clients, all the recipients that are in need of food assistance in Somerset County, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah. Hi, myself Rupendra. We just started this year at the time of pandemic with the help of Nirenji. He's always a role model to us. When we have a pandemic, we all, people who used to contribute as a volunteer in the Bridgewater Temple, we started come together and had a thought of distributing food, at least for a frontline workers. That's where this initiation has been started in 2020 March, where we have a pandemic where there is no food and restaurants are being available. That's where we initiated, and last year we distributed the same food in the Edison County, where we had just distributed only for 50 families, and then Bridgewater Temple came forward and to adopt us in providing more services to more people. So, and then with the help of Bridgewater Temple, we were able to distribute so much to so many families. Thank you to the Bridgewater Temple who has helped us to give us an opportunity for a community to serve. And myself, Rupendra.
I just wanted to say I'm so overwhelmed with the support from our community for the homeless, for the people who are in need. And this is not the first year that the temple is doing this. For many, many years, every summer when we do the summer camp, our children collect canned goods, and every child brings at least 5. And so we've been doing this for a long time. I have been doing this for a while. My porch has been a place where everybody from the community, from my Lalita Sahasranamam group, from my Vishnu Sahasranamam group, from the school group, neighbors, everybody brings food. And Balaji knows he had to make so many trips to bring all this food here. I'm really happy, and we want to make this a long-standing relationship. Thank you.
So, first of all, thank you very much to ITV for always being there to cover all the community events. So, as part of Balaji Temple, while we actually do a lot of religious teachings, and basically people come there to, devotees come there to pray to the God and everything, we always believe that the communities that we live in and the communities that we serve, we should be mindful of the needy people there. We should be mindful of the hungry and the homeless people there. And so that's why the devotees every year come together and they actually donate this food. And we hope that this actually helps feed some of these poor and needy people. And we hope to continue doing this year over year and basically serve the people that really need it, especially during the pandemic. So thank you again, Mahesh Wani.
Warli Cook-Off event is happening on 9th January between 12 to 4 p.m. at Martinsville in New Jersey, and the judges who would be looking at as well as tasting the dishes prepared by aspiring chefs talk to us. And here is a part of that conversation as I face a few faces which are going to be judging the culinary skills of the aspiring chefs and all these celebrity chefs with very rich experience of serving, I would say, Indian culture in a very special and distinct way, are going to be participating in the Warli Cook-Off, which is happening on 9th January. And ITV Gold and Parik Worldwide Media are also media partners with this special event that serves our community in multiple ways. I take this opportunity of welcoming all these three esteemed panelists for the show and chef as well as restaurateur in their own right. I have K. and Vinodji with me. Vinodji, namaste, welcome. We have, and Vinodji brings a very rich experience of having started and successfully served many people through his restaurants. That includes Indique Heights and Rasa, as well as this interest has moved on to the next generation in his life with Bombay Distro and whatnot. We also have the pleasure of welcoming Prasad Chirnomulaji. Prasadji, namaste, welcome.
Namaskar.
While Vinodji is joining me from Washington, D.C., Prasadji is sitting in Connecticut, and how he connects with the Indian cuisine and how a creative element is there in helping people appreciate this. We'll learn from him. And also very prominent restaurateur, Vishal Bakshi is also joining us. Namaste, Vishalji.
Namaskar, sir.
And with the three of you, I want to thank Warli Singh for envisioning this idea of helping build a bridge between restaurants and people who love Indian food as well as cooking. Whenever there is a competition, it adds special oomph to the whole scenario. And we will talk more about how this is conducted and what makes you excited about this Warli Cook-Off. Let me begin with Vinodji. You have been a part of this event over a period of years. Talk to me about what to expect if some of our viewers who wants to experience this Warli Cook-Off.
The first thing is I'd like to congratulate Warli for doing this. Basically, we have always been, I've been involved right from the beginning. When they said that they're going to promote Indian cuisine, it got us all excited, whether it is Prasad or whether it is, you all agree with me, right? So that was the first thing which came. So you're showcasing Indian cuisine and trying to bring in by this competition, what they have, it's very well organized and very well done. So I think it's a fantastic platform to promote, to bring Indian food and how it can be promoted well.
Wonderful. And I'll come back to you. And as Thomas Keller once said, a recipe has no soul. You as a cook must bring soul to the recipe. So Prasadji, what do you make out of the soul of a recipe in the context of Indian food? And these aspiring future celebrity chefs, do you give them some tips as to what is it that is expected of them?
Well, again, first of all, thank you for having us on your TV. Thank you, Warli. She's been a true, passionate personality, not only bringing the Indian cuisine on the map, but also putting all our chefs and people like us together in one place. And she's done some things what normally somebody couldn't have achieved that easily. I mean, for example, she got Sanjeev Kapoor involved, Vikas Khanna involved. She had many celebrity chefs of America involved. Many master chefs of India have come in. So
that alone kind of excites me, saying that, oh my God, when I came back in the early days of 80s, I said, let's put Indian food on the map. When the French have done it, when the Americans have done it, we are nothing less, and let's do a great job putting our good food on a good plate. So for the inspiring chefs who are coming with us, we are excited about judging them because we see what's good on the plate. We don't see what's not good on the plate. If they cook with their hearts out, with their passion, and basically, as I always said, if you're a good eater, you definitely should be a good cook too. So if they have the passion for the food, if they have the passion for the ingredients, where they're coming from, and it's all about balancing. Once you hit something in your mouth, are you actually excited about that? Once the food is on the plate, are your eyes excited about it? So it's the plating, it's the vision of a person, what they're cooking. And we are simple cooks. I mean, I always said, food should be very simple, but it should be passionate. It should tingle your mouth. Once it's in your mouth, it should say like, wow, it tastes so good. So that's what I'm looking for,
Beautiful, beautiful, very well put. And I think the way it is presented, different colors also appeals to the one who is going to consume it. And in addition to the chefs coming and sharing their cooking skills, this event also will have special food and dessert tasting by Warli Wear, and there is a fundraiser also that is being hosted by Diya Singh, and 100% proceed from Warli Wear is going to Cohen Children's Medical Center, Long Island. Vishal Bakshi ji, you have been a great supporter and pillar of backbone to Warli. There is this inbuilt flow of giving back to the community, which I think we bring from India with us. Some manifest it more, some less. But talk to me about what is it that got you excited in supporting Warli cook-off events?
Thank you for having us here, and coming to Warli and the initiatives that she has taken over the years. I think I guess all the panelists that are here today, I think all of us have been kind of involved with her right from day one, when she kind of envisioned this scenario where you try to put the Indian food on the American circuit. We all have been in different places doing different things, but then this was a common platform for everybody to get together. We all see how Chinese food has developed, how Thai food has developed. Indian food, unfortunately, did not get its due recognition in the United States in terms of cutting across, different cultures and societies. And I think this was a wonderful platform where, people could get together, put a plan through as to, what could take this Indian cuisine forward. And, Chef Vinod is there, Chef Prasad is here, and they are, pioneers in their field. And I think Warli took this initiative to put the whole team together. And for me personally, it was, we all come from a food background back in India, right? So I think all of us share that same background. And the idea was to see how can we, take this more globally. It's if you go to the UK, Indian food is a lot more prominent out there, but not so much as in the United States. And that was the reason I think that these kind of initiatives, do help out to promote our cuisine. And through our cuisine, we are promoting our culture, our heritage, we talked about the soul of the food. And it was something not done by anyone before. I think this was a wonderful opportunity. If we kind of get together, I'm sure we can take this to the next level where, you can see more Indian restaurants, more pockets of Indian food. And I'm glad that Warli took this initiative and put us all together to kind of take this to the next step. But we're looking forward to the showcase here on January 9th, and this is going to be at the Martinsville Gardens here in New Jersey. And we're going to see all these budding chefs. Everyone has a chef inside them, right? It's how you explore yourself. We start young, right? Starting making eggs at home, starting making, sandwiches at home, and then you grow it. So then you see the likes of Chef Prasad and Chef Vinod, I'm sure they'll be wanting to follow and become budding chefs. So we're looking forward to judging all these people soon.
While you shoot for a film, there are multiple challenges, not just the acting part, but sometimes you get hurt. And Shahid Kapoor in the upcoming film, how he felt while shooting for a particular song, he talks to us about that. And moreover, here are some glimpses of this video coming from the film, which is a remake of Telugu film. And what it is, take a look.
मैं देखो मालूम है लाइफ में कभी सीजन से नहीं खेला लाइफ में कभी सीजन से I have balls takes balls तो नहीं है बट चलाते रहो छोड़ने का स्टार्ट कैसा लगे तू जमता हो बड़ा मलमल में वो दे रहा लेदर बॉय कोट डाला इधर ही देखो डॉक्टर के पास चले हीट आइस सेट एंड एक्शन
Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur, says the Bhagavad Gita. Whosoever is born is bound to go, and that takes us to a moment of recollecting the significance which one individual's life plays for the society, for the family. We remember Dr. Dinesh C. Mehta with respect and pay our sincere condolences to the family. Born on March 6, 1935 in Digam, Gujarat. He was the oldest of three to Lalita Desai and Chhagan Lal Mehta. He grew up in Vadodara as his family recollects, flying kites, playing cricket and going to the movies. He matriculated Baroda Medical College and married Praveena Desai in 1958. After completing a registrarship, his parental uncle in Rhodesia sponsored his voyage to London, where he became a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons and later welcomed his son Ashish Enticed by an opportunity in the US, he completed a surgical training program in Akron, Ohio. After opening a specialty practice in India, he sought out the American dream. He secured a position at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York, where his daughter Anita was born. They settled in Scarsdale, and Dinesh served as vice chairman, ACOM, and director of ENT Jacobi Medical Center for 20 years, mentoring trainees, serving the community, and publishing a book on endoscopic sinus surgery. He then entered private practice and recently retired in 2021. Dinesh had a keen appreciation for the arts, especially music. He had a distinguished respectability and gentle kindness that endeared him to many. He loved to dance, joke, and regale friends with stories of his youth. He's survived by his wife, Praveena, children Ashish and Anita, their spouse, Sarah Joel and Rob Chabra, and grandchildren, Desmond, Jasmine, Sabrina, and Jackery Mehta, Jadin, and Jia Chabra. Dr. Dinesh C. Mehta passed away on Thursday, December 16th, 2021. An intimate memorial and cremation service was held in Dobbs Ferry, New York. He will be deeply missed. Condolences for the departed soul, prayers for him, and condolence for his family from ITV Gold's chairman and Parikh Worldwide Media chairman, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh too. Now, time to say goodbye from today's Vision of Asia Voice of Community. Time also to remember, stay with us on our Facebook page by being our friends, and subscribe to ITV Gold's YouTube channel. Keep writing, events at itvgold.com. Stay safe, stay well. Happy holidays. This is Ashok Vyas. Namaste.